Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back. Today it's Sunday, June 28th, 2026, the 13th of the month of Tammuz. The year is 5786 according to the Jewish calendar. Today I want to talk about a subject which will take us deeper into the Middle Eastern culture and the silent civil war in Gaza. Opening, and we can begin. Hello again. When we talk about this region from Afghanistan in the east to Morocco in the west, Chechnya in the north, and Yemen to the south, people tend to associate themselves in three main ways: ideology, religion, or family ties. The ideological organizations are gathering the people around certain ideas: socialism, Nazism as it was in the 1940s, liberalism, Baathism like Syria and Iraq, and more. The religious organizations are gathering the people while using their religion, almost always Islam, to bring more people to their cause, whether it would be Sunni or Shia, and the best examples are Hamas and Al-Qaeda, which are Sunni, and Hezbollah and Iran, which are Shia Muslims. The third organization is surrounding the family, a tribe which consists of thousands of people, and they have connections with other tribes in the region. And in certain conditions, it becomes a community with certain beliefs, such as the Druze and the Alawite, which marry only within the community and keep the biological connections as relatives of each other. In times of war in the Middle East, those three groups often clash with each other and commit massacres and burn each other's villages. It happened in Lebanon in the past. It's currently happening in Syria, Iraq, and even in Gaza. According to Israeli reports, since 2024, militia organizations which oppose Hamas stole weapons, attacked commanders, used guerrilla tactics against the terror organizations, and disrupted their supply lines within Gaza. After a long and detailed research by the Israeli intelligence and Gaza experts, it was revealed that those militias were organized by the strong families in Gaza. What is named the Popular Front is mainly surrounding the tribe of Tarabin, which has relatives close to Beersheba. Another group in Gaza is surrounded by the Dokhmush clan and ran operations within the cities. And another group, which is called Husam al-Astal, is surrounded by the tribe of Al-Majida. But why are Hamas afraid of them? Well, I wouldn't say they are afraid of the tribes, but I would say they're the last people you want to fight with in the Middle East. Because unlike Israel, those families are motivated by blood feuds and honor killings, and unlike an army, the members of those tribal militias have blood connection. They are brothers, they are cousins, they are uncles, and even nephews. So if you, let's say, behead someone, his cousin will come and behead you and take your weapon. I will spare you all the videos of what the militias did to Hamas terrorists that they managed to capture, but I guess you understand the full image. One of the strongest militias in Gaza, the Popular Front, which were led by Yasser Abu Shabab and his right-hand man, Hassam Duhine. Their militia opened hospitals for the public. They had their own schools and delivered food for the Gazans. In the Israeli news, the militia gained somewhat the reputation of being an alternative to Hamas's oppressive regime, because tribal life are inseparable from the Middle East, because the condition of the Middle Eastern desert forces them to stay together to survive. And maybe we'll talk about the difference between functioning states and the broken ones, which are closely related to tribal life, but in a future video. By the end of 2025, unfortunately, Yasser Abu Shabab was murdered by Hamas terrorists in Gaza, and today the popular forces are led by Hassan Duhine, which, according to many, is considered far more ruthless towards Hamas than Yasser Abu Shabab. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the silent civil war that nobody talks about in Gaza. We must make that shift in our minds and not to focus on the ideological movement, which will be the enemies of our children. And then we can pull off the carpet of the leftists who want to build a terrorist state next to Israel. Thank you for listening, and even greater thanks for opening your mind and trying to find a different alternative other than what the news in America and Europe will show us.